I think we're ready to go.
Very good. Thank you, folks. We'll call this meeting to order. And in accordance with the open meeting law, the board states for the record that this meeting is being recorded by NORCAM and may be recorded by other local media. In addition, we have Mr. Massey, who is a member of the board, who will be joining us remotely. So therefore, all votes this evening will be by roll call vote. Would you please rise for the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Once again, thank you, everybody, for joining us here this evening and also remotely, too, during this holiday season. I mean, with all that's on television, I can't believe you're tuning in, but I guess it is a wonderful life. All right, so first order of business is something that's rather exciting for the community here. We're actually going to be executing a deed for the disposition of 9 Mill Street. Mr. Gilberto, you want to fill us in?
Sure. I'm actually going to turn it over to the Director of Public Works, Joe Parisi, who has worked so hard on this. If you want to provide an update for everybody, just high level, and get into the motions.
Yes. Yes, before you tonight, I have 3 documents that will require action on our part. The first one is a mandatory home inspection disclosure form, and that's a form basically that recognizes that the buyer has a right to inspect the property. The second form is a purchase and sales agreement, which is pretty typical to the sale of property. There'll be 2 copies to be signed. Mr. Gregory Hodson, who will be the owner of the property we're conveying to, has already signed 2 of these agreements, and they will require the board's signature on those 2 as well. And the third would be 1 copy or 1 original deed to be signed by the full board and notarized of your signatures tonight for the sale of 9 Mill Street to Mr. Hudson. That's pretty much the 3 documents.
Why don't you just give us an overview as to the process that took place and how it all occurred?
So
How it
we can do that
occurred.
as well.
Yeah.
So we had a request for proposals for the sale of the property. There are a number of proposers that submitted bids. There was a bidding period, if you will, that lasted from mid-November to, I believe it was in middle of January, December.
Last Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, so
Week ago Wednesday.
there was quite a bit of interest. The bidding started at $650,000 for the property. That was the minimum bid. And it ended at $725,500, the high bid. And that was from Mr. Hudson. So it was I think a process that worked well for the town, having a period of time where people can look at the property, bid on the property, and also counter their offers if they were outbid for the property. But ultimately, there was a closing date for the property, or bids to be submitted. And then when that happened, then we took all bids, we reviewed all bids, ranked them from highest to lowest, looked at their financing. Ultimately, recommendation was made by our broker, the town hired, from Charles Gate Realty, Mr. John Magazoo, and his recommendation, I believe you have tonight as well, that recommends that we sell the property to Mr. Hudson. So here we are tonight, looking to have you vote to do so and sign any documents that would be required to do so, which is laid out in the agenda.
And again, I too would like to acknowledge your efforts, Joe, and your staff and everybody that has been trying to facilitate this sale for a long period of time. But once we found our direction, and you got some direction from the board a couple of months ago, you went full steam ahead and facilitated this, and it's really greatly appreciated. And to John Magazoo, your efforts, again, certainly helped facilitate and get us to this point today, and it's greatly appreciated. And your willingness to step forward and assist us in doing so at a very reasonable cost, which, again, is greatly appreciated. All right, do we have some motions? Mrs. Morrow.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve and sign the mandatory home inspection disclosure form for 9 Mill Street.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Hold on, he may not be able to unmute himself.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Massey.
Aye.
Oh, Mr. Massey, on the motion before us.
Aye.
Thank you. Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Mr. Chairman, can I just pass these documents down to be signed by the board members, just so we keep everything in order? Should be 2 copies of the home inspection. Did you take it back? Oh, you did. So you can sign it, okay. All set, Mrs. McNeil? Okay, great. There should be a second motion in there regarding the purchase and sale agreement.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move to authorize and sign the purchase and sale agreement for the property located at 9 Mill Street, North Reading, Massachusetts.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
I'm going to send 2 copies along to be signed, please. Mr. Chairman, one more motion, which is with regard to signing the deed and then authorizing the steps required to get to closing. There is a contingency, if you will, in there, which places the deed in escrow until the parties have satisfied the purchase and sale agreement, which I think everybody has agreed to at this point, so. Should be in red, Mrs. Moran.
Yep. Mr.
Mrs.
Chairman,
Moran.
I move to sign the deed for 9 Mill Street to be conveyed to Gregory Hudson to authorize the chair and/or town administrator to sign any related closing documents and to make non-substantive adjustments in the form of the deed hereafter as needed, and to allow the deed to be recorded only after all parties have completed their obligations as outlined in the purchase and sale agreement.
Second?
Motion duly made and seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
And to be clear, Mr. Parisi can correct me, the property is being sold as is. That was the condition in the RFP. It is sold with the expansion of an existing easement that's on place, which is reflected here in the deed and will need to be recorded upon the sale. I'll pass this along for the board members to sign, and then Mrs. McNeil will notarize.
Great.
I think she has a special pen she's bringing over?
A special pen? It's not disappearing ink, is it? No, no, no. One or two? Just one, okay, special pen. Thank you.
Did I say, I think I said two. You said one.
And to Mr. Hodson, congratulations, and best of luck to you in fixing your place up. And if you want to give a shameless plug to Fat Larry's in Reading, please feel free to do so. Great sandwiches at Fat Larry's in Reading. And again, glad you're staying in the community. You've been wonderful members of the community for a number of years here, and it's great to see you remain here. That's great. Thank you. Attorney Crowley.
Thank you all, members of the board, we really appreciate it. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Happy holidays.
Yes, don't feel obligated to stick around for the rest of the evening.
Congratulations.
This is like an early Christmas present.
This is
Still in
great.
9 Mill Street.
Yeah, there you go. It's good, it's fashion.
We all set?
Believe so, yeah.
All right. Next order of business. How about an update regarding the rental of space for the senior center? Mr. Gilberto.
I am going to share a presentation that Mr. Parisi has prepared. Bear with me one moment. If you want to just let me know when you'd like the slide advanced, I'm happy to do that for you.
I appreciate that. Good evening. Yes, so I'd like to give the board just a quick update on senior center lease space. There you go. So what we're talking about is Article 17. That was approved at October town meeting. So what the article
Jen,
allowed for was appropriation of funds to evaluate in order the purchase of lease space for Elder Services Senior Center. So in essence, there was a funding source of $30,000 from free cash that was identified and voted on at town meeting that gave us a little bit of funding to sort of go forward with what would be an RFP to solicit pricing for lease space for the purposes of having senior center operations moved into. So we've been sort of, my facilities manager and also the services director have been looking at, some properties. I think there are others that have joined us. Mr. Gilberto, the chair has joined in looking at some space, trying to get a sense of what's out there, trying to get a sense of, what builds an RFP, and what criteria we should be looking for space that would be required in a senior center operation. So we've been doing a little bit of legwork, so to speak, to try to understand all that. So we feel comfortable enough to now come before you and sort of give you an update as to, what it is that, Mike, you can advance the slide, what it is that we'd like to do. So as I said, we've toured some facilities, trying to get an idea of, you know, what's out there, what we, you know, may be requiring for space. You know, we'd like to, you know, have an understanding of, you know, what lease space costs these days. So a little bit of a, I think a market analysis may do as well as far as, you know, knowing what to expect as far as, you know, proposals that may come back for a certain cost per square foot, if you will, for space that would fit the bill for senior center programming and services. So we do have to follow Mass General Law, Chapter 30B, Section 16, procurement process. So we'll be issuing an RFP, we'll be sort of advertising that for 30 days, trying to get some interest, you know, in whatever way we can, usually through advertisement, but certainly want to get the word out to, you know, property owners that have space to lease, that may, you know, be within the needs and the space requirements of the town or of the senior center. We think that space is between 10,000 and 15,000 square feet. There are certain requirements, you know, that we'll be looking for: kitchen, open space, office space, probably a couple of restrooms in there. But we will describe that, we will put that all in an RFP. We will, you know, sort of describe the terms of the agreement. You know, we've talked about potentially a 5-year lease with renewable 5-year options, or, you know, perhaps a straight 10-year lease if that's in the best interest of the town, depending on, you know, the fit-up requirements of a space for particular needs of a senior center. That means particular kitchen size, a particular number of offices, restrooms. Those may be additional fit-ups, if you will, besides the vanilla box. You know, that is just the 4 walls of a lease space that may have flooring and ceilings and drywall. So we're looking to sort of take the next step into the RP process. So we look to go on, you know, after some presentation, you go on to get your approval, if you will, to really develop a better RFP, a draft. We want to get some input from the Council on Aging, and then we want to come back with again, a better defined RFP to present to you. I believe it's the January 12th meeting that we'll request to be on the agenda. You can flip the screen. So we think as I said, the article appropriation was 30,000. You know, we're going to give ourselves, you know, just at this point, a budget of about 5,000. I don't know if that's, you know, too high, too low, but we have reached out to some companies, some firms, to try to get some cost proposal from them to give us an idea of market cost. There'll be some small, this initial round will be just small advertisement once we do have the RFP ready to go and advertised in the transcript. We will set up an evaluation. We will look to rank and, you know, select properties, but I think we want to do a tour after that, not a tour, but we would want to, you know, really do an analysis of the space, really get into a more detailed look at a particular space, make sure it conforms to the requirements of building codes, anything that would be required to have assembly space, basically, within that lease space. So we'll do our more in-depth before we select any property to lease, a little bit more in-depth, and that'll be a cost to be determined later. So for the most part, you know, that's where we're at. We're looking to really sort of, you know, once, you know, we do have an idea that this is something that you all agree would be a benefit to the town, that we move forward and make some smaller expenditures now with anticipating making, you know, a little bit more expenditures to select a property. We'd like to get your thoughts on that, and then we'll certainly move forward with an RFP, as I described. So I'll stop here for any questions or comments.
Well, I'd just like to comment that, you know, I know there's a small group of people here who've been working very hard, diligently trying to identify potential places, and have visited a few of them. And this process will also maybe enable us to take a look at some other ones who may have some interest in offering space to our community. So, but still a lot of work to do, and you know, determining what we're going to do, I think we have to try to figure out where we're going to do it. And so I'm grateful that town meeting approved the funds to move this process forward for us, and hopefully we'll have, and again, we're putting it on a fast track. We'll be discussing it again at the January, is it 12th? Yeah, 12th meeting. And we'll have an update then. Any other comments, members of the board? Mr. Massey?
I'm good.
Okay, Mr. Wallner?
Yeah, just a question. I'm keep thinking of this lease space as being temporary and not permanent. So if we're talking, you know, a 5-year lease or a 10-year lease, that sounds more permanent than temporary. So I think we'd want to have some flexibility to be able to, because I think the goal is to have an intergenerational community center sooner than later. But I wouldn't want to overcommit us as far as time is concerned with the space we're going to be going to, where we're going to have wasted years that we couldn't be in a permanent spot. So that's I don't know how to, you know, negotiate all that. I just think it's a concern we should be thinking about. So I wouldn't be in favor of a 10-year lease. Something shorter would make more sense. That's it. Thank you.
I agree, Mr. Wallner. I mean, it just, 10-year, you start adding up the total, adjusted for inflation, even though it is a pretty good rate, right? Some of these that we've looked at, but, and then you just have to just do some straight math and see if it's worth it. But probably at 10 years, it's gonna be a stretch. Because at that point, you get used to that, and next thing you know, it turns into 20. Right? It's the easy way out, for lack of a better way to put it. So.
But again, I think as we get into the RFP process, we'll have a better understanding as to what the market availability is for space such as this. And, you know, I mean, do we want to talk about an add-on as far as intergenerational? What was the difference in the square footage we were talking about?
Yeah, I think we were upwards of maybe 30,000 square foot, 35 for intergenerational, if I'm not mistaken, but
Big space.
it's a bigger space.
It's huge space, yeah.
2 programs, 2 parties.
So, any,
So I'm not suggesting that the lease space house everything else. I'm just saying they're just senior only. Our intergenerational community center would be obviously bigger, but that would be a permanent structure. That wouldn't come from there.
right, but again, again, from a cash flow standpoint, you know, as far as, you know, leasing space versus building a new structure of 30,000 square feet and finding some land to do it, and might not be bad just to take a look at it anyway, but, you know, just, yeah. All right, so, are you looking for tonight, motion for us to give us your blessing to move forward? Or just, are you informing us that you're gonna be back on the 12th to tell us how you did?
Well, I'd like some consensus, because I will have to, you know, really put in the effort. I certainly don't want to waste anybody's time and effort in creating documents that may not, you know, have, you know, favor in going forward. But I would like at least some consensus, if you will. That would be appropriate.
And again, as you
We
stated
should
earlier,
move forward.
yeah, okay, and you're talking about conferring, or you have been anyway, work closely with, you know, Director of Elder Services and Council on Aging.
Correct, to move forward with the preparation on RFP with the intent to present to you, because once I do present, I anticipate on a fast track of advertising so we can keep on schedule with what would ultimately be a lease that we would have knowledge to present at budget hearings and such.
And I assume you'll be working closely with the liaison, Mrs. Moran, as far as during the process too.
Certainly.
That'd be great. All right. So consensus, Mr. Studo?
Yeah, to explore? Yes.
Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Massey?
Yes.
Mr. Wallner?
Yep, in North Reading, not outside North Reading.
Yeah, so it's required of any municipality in Massachusetts to rent within
Within,
their borders, yes, you can't rent outside, we found out.
Without legislative approval, so home rule petition perhaps could be an avenue around it. That was something we were looking to do.
Okay, and I'll add my 2 cents. Yes, please,
All
move
right.
forward. So there's unanimity. You won't be wasting your time,
All right.
resources to do it. So
Thank you
we
very
appreciate your efforts. All right.
Just something that, I don't think it got said, but to be clear, we intend to update, or continue working on the request for proposals, to review it with the Council on Aging on January 6th, and then bring it to the Select Board with that feedback incorporated on January 12th.
Terrific. All right. Thank you. All right. Next one.
Mr. Chair.
Gift, of the Edith O'Leary Senior Center, Department of Elder Services.
Mr. Chairman, through
Yes.
Okay, only to my hand. Where's the treasurer?
At least it's not cash.
May I have the excuse?
At least you had envelope. Yes, thank you very much for your
Thank you.
efforts.
Mr. Bracy, happy holidays.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, we are pleased to report that we received a donation to go towards transportation for our seniors at the senior center from Winchester Hospital / Beth Israel Leahy Health, which is a parent company. It's a $2,500 donation that can go toward providing transportation. It's great news to continue the work that we started with a pilot program and a grant going back, I think, 3 or maybe even 4 years ago at this point in time. So I just want to recognize both Lil and Kim for their efforts to do what they can to identify resources to support the program, and then all of the hard work that gets put into managing the program and the staff in the program and coordinating the rides by so many people at the center. So thank you so much.
And Kim, if you want to just give us an update on that program. I know it's taken off, and just this support obviously goes a long way to assist in that, but you want to just give us a brief update as to how it's going and the volunteers that are
I think right now we have about 22 volunteers that are handling medical transportation. We have not denied a ride. We have had to contract out to third-party vendors, so this funding that we've received will help with that. If we did not have these volunteers participating in this program, we would have a significant gap in service for rides to medical appointments. So they come and go. Some people utilize the medical volunteer program for short-term, like physical therapy appointments for 4 to 6 weeks and then graduate. Other folks rely on that because they have no alternative. So we thank everybody for their participation and giving their time. So
over 600 rides this year?
I think it's over 600 rides. I have a lot of numbers in my head all the time, but yeah, at least, yes, so.
a lot of rides.
A lot of rides.
A lot of rides,
Yes,
and again,
and friendly
you know,
visits, and, it's not just the ride, it's the conversation and the support that the residents receive, so,
it is, yeah, the feedback has just been tremendous as far as,
absolutely.
so appreciative, people are so appreciative of the efforts that's being put in the program that's in place, and to think that wasn't that long ago, we didn't have any.
No,
So the need was there, and you're meeting it, and your staff is doing a fantastic job. Jackie, I don't know how she juggles it all.
I can't, I don't know how Jackie, shout out to Jackie, our transportation coordinator, volunteer coordinator, program coordinator. She wears a lot of hats, but you know, the ride requests are time sensitive and they change depending on someone, you know, if they're feeling ill or their appointments change. Folks get nervous, you know, if the driver isn't there. There's a lot that goes into supporting the program. So kudos to Jackie. She's really doing a great job.
And again,
Yeah.
thank you very much. And
You're
thank
welcome.
you to Winchester Hospital and Beth
Yes.
Israel Deaconess for their contribution. And people need rides to their facilities, and they're recognizing it. And,
Right. Right, and
That's great.
that will help us with, when we need a third-party wheelchair vendor, those funds will help us
Speaking of which,
support
how's the
that.
new van?
The new van is up and running and around town. The decals are not on that yet, but it's a great low-entry passenger vehicle. They actually took it out for a couple of Christmas light rides this past couple of weeks, so wonderful addition to our fleet. So, yeah,
Great. All right. Thank you, Kim.
all right.
Thank you,
You're
Kim
welcome.
staff.
Thank you.
Thank you to your volunteers. All right, we have a public hearing. Is there a
There is
notice?
a
The motion.
motion to.
Oh, I'm sorry, motion to
Yeah.
accept. Mrs. Moran.
Mr. Chairman, I move to vote to accept funds in the amount of $2,500 from Winchester Hospital and Beth Israel for the Elder Services gift account.
Second?
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. On the motion, Mr. Massey.
Aye.
Mr. Studo.
Aye.
Mrs. Moran.
Aye.
Mr. Wallner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Do we have a public hearing notice?
Mr. Chairman, there is a public hearing notice, I think.
Okay.
Mrs. Moore, and they have it in front of her
Okay.
over there.
Great.
Yes. Town of North Reading, notice of public hearing. In accordance with Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws, an in-person and virtual public hearing will be held by the Select Board on Monday, December 22nd, 2025, in Room 14, Town Hall, 235 North Street, North Reading, Massachusetts, and via virtual technology at 7:30 p.m. on the application of Via Putra Corp. Doing business as New England Beverage for a transfer of license, change of manager, pledge of collateral, and pledge on inventory of the retail packaged goods store all alcohol beverage license exercised at 160 Main Street, North Reading, Massachusetts, a two-story building occupying 9,980 square feet, selling space on the first floor, offices and storage on the second floor.
Second?
All right. So that's a notice of public hearing. Okay. Now, do the applicants present? Sure. Why don't you come up? Yeah, sure. Why don't you come up, whatever's most comfortable, and introduce yourself and tell us what your plans are. And
Evening. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Board. My name is Matthew Porter. I'm the attorney for Via Putra Corporation. Alongside me is Rinkelbin Patel. Ms. Patel is one of the principals of the corporation. She's also the proposed license manager. Also with us is Sean Patel. Sean's one of the other principals of the corporation as well. So before you is the transfer of the all alcohol license as relates to the sale of New England Beverage. Via Putra, as I said, is made up of Ms. Patel, Mr. Patel, as well as one other partner. Mr. Patel has a vast experience in the liquor industry. He owns several stores across the state. Ms. Patel has been working in that industry for several years now as well. So very experienced ownership group coming on. She is alcohol tip certified. They would require any of their employees to be alcohol tip certified as well. But a fairly straightforward transfer. There are no major anticipated changes to the business, no changes to the hours, the structure of business along those ends. So established store being purchased by a very established ownership group. In addition to the transfer of license, there is a request for a pledge of license and inventory to Rockland Trust, who is financing the transaction. So we'd be asking for the board's approval on that as well. But otherwise, all of their financing is in order, applications in order. Their lease is already in place. So if the board is to approve it today, it'll head off to the ABCC for approval. But with that, I can certainly answer any questions the board may have, as well as our clients.
thank you very much. Is there anybody in the public that wishes to comment in relation to the application before us this evening? Don't see anybody seeking recognition online. Nobody here? Okay. With that, we'll close the public hearing portion of the hearing and open it up to my colleagues. Any questions, comments, concerns by any of my colleagues? Mr. Massey, any questions or comments?
I'm good, thank you.
Very good. Anybody else? No? Okay. Things look pretty good here, other than we wish you much success. And appreciate, as far as the current employees that are there, they're going to be retained, or?
They are still in discussion with that.
Yeah.
So it'll be determined, but certainly the management group will be changing.
Okay.
And then there'll be some conversations about, which employees.
And then as far as the manager of record, any hours of?
Yeah, it should be there, it says 40, but knowing their industry, she'll be there a lot more than that.
I know, yeah, I know, that's a,
Yeah,
it's a labor of love.
it is.
It is. All right. No other questions? All right, so we have the motion. Mrs.
Joe.
Moran.
And Ms. Moore, not to interrupt, but the ABCC is just finicky, so if there is with the motion, if we could just add the pledge of license to that, they just want that as a line item on the motion as well. So it would be the transfer of license as well as the pledge of license and inventory to the bank.
It's in there.
Okay, perfect. Thank
So we
you.
have pledge of inventory, pledge of license, it's
Yep.
there.
Perfect, thank you.
It's in there.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been through this too, a few times.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Select Board approve the transfer of the all alcohol package store license, the pledge of inventory, and the pledge of license for Vayu-Putra Corporation doing business as New England Beverage located at 160 Main Street, North Reading, Massachusetts, subject to all applicable Massachusetts general laws, local bylaws, and approval of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission and compliance with all regulatory department requirements, and to approve Rinkelben Patel as manager.
Second.
Motion made, Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Studo. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
So
Mr. Gilbert.
from what we saw, the application was in order as submitted. You saw the comments from the regulatory departments, nothing extraordinary, I think, there. One thing, obviously, it's a longstanding business that's transferring from one owner to another at the same location. I think operating under the same name, is that correct?
It will be the same DBA, I guess.
One thing just to note is that there will be a pledge on this, for those who didn't note it, the
Yep.
pledge of the inventory. Did you just bring it up?
Good.
Yep,
You know,
you're good.
Attorney brought it up, and
Yep.
I
I'm
said
good
it's in
then.
there.
I'll
It's in the
say no
motion.
more.
It's in the
I'll say
motion.
no
I
more.
said,
It's definitely in
all
there.
covered.
Thank you.
The attorney was concerned about the ABCC being a stickler about those things. I said, yeah, we've been through this.
Great.
Very good. Thank you.
I'll just add, just a caution, we're very serious about serving underage, and we take a very hard stance if that happens. You will be checked, so I encourage you to speak to the police department and understand their rules so there's no misunderstanding, because we'd hate to have you come back in front of us again, and we have to tell you you have to shut down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last thing you want is that.
And to that end, they all go through their alcohol training. They require all their employees to be tip certified as well. And then they have those state-of-the-art scanning machines, so they're just in the habit of just
Yeah.
scanning all those IDs to making sure that no.
We're
fake
surprised
IDs
at how
are-
often it happens, actually,
Oh,
in our
I
town,
believe,
despite plenty of.
it's
warning.
my world as well, so I
Yeah.
get it, but yeah.
And again, our police department does this on a regular routine basis, does give adequate notification to the establishments that they're going to be doing the compliance checks, and we still have people who falter. So,
Noted.
Not where you wanna be.
very good.
Other than that,
Yeah, other than that, again, we wish you much
thank you.
success.
Yeah,
So on the motion, Mr. Massey,
Aye.
Mr. Studo,
Aye.
Mrs. Moran,
Aye.
Mr. Wallner,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye.
Excellent.
Very
Thank you
good.
very much.
Thank you
Have a
very
great
much.
holidays.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, board member reports. Mr. Massey.
Mr. Chairman, I got nothing for today. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Studo.
Nothing. Just wanted to tell everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. And that's it.
Mr. Massey, you want another shot at it?
Yes, I did owe Mr. Studo.
Mrs. Moran.
Just wanted to wish everyone happy holidays, and thank you for everyone being here. Sometimes these meetings go long, and it's nice to have an audience.
That's not bad.
It's
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
it's great, because sometimes it's just the 6 of us, the 7 of us.
Mr. Wallner.
Yep, no, same thing. Happy holidays, everybody. Have a great holiday season. We'll see you in 2026.
And the chair here too also wishes everybody happy holiday season and hopefully a healthy new year coming forward and a prosperous one. I bought another Powerball ticket, so, you know, fingers crossed, I won't forget you, you know, if I win.
Hope is a good strategy.
Hope is a good strategy, right. But again, happy holidays to everybody, and again, we really appreciate everybody's good wishes towards us, and again, their contributions to the community, and it truly is a gift, and it's greatly appreciated, and happy and healthy new year. So that's all the new business too. Public comment. Mrs. Fillmore.
Go figure, right? Pat Fillmore, 24 Fieldcrest Terrace. I just have a couple of questions. One, the committee for the senior center. Have we started working on that yet? I mean, we were going to have a committee to study. Is there a committee that's been appointed?
There's not a committee that has been appointed yet.
Is there
As-
going to be?
Excuse me, yes, there will be. And again, it's going to be done as we're hoping to have a good indication as to give them some direction as to what they're looking for. We know what the space we need, we have the programming already defined. It's a question of where's it going to go and how's it going to go? And is it going to be short-term or long-term? Is it going to be
No,
combined
and I
with an
understand that,
intergenerational
but I
center?
mean-
So as we more clearly define a mission, once we get that settled in amongst the board members here, then we'll move
Okay.
forward. And again, we're moving this forward rather quickly, process.
As it should be.
January, as it should be, and as was indicated last fall, when we put the article on the warrant, this is what we want to do. So, we're moving it along.
Okay, and next question, 97 Main Street. Mr. Lynch has been, what I'm aware of anyway, not by you guys, but what I'm aware of, is Mr. Lynch has been very willing to give part of that land, or sell part of that land back to the town, and nobody seems to be talking about it. They were gonna talk about it last meeting, and it was put back on the back burner and said, we'll discuss this later. So, I mean, Mr. Jamie Lynch is willing, or has been willing, to help in some sort of way.
Right, as we had stated before, we have been in discussions with Mr. Lynch, and we continue to have ongoing discussions, and when we have something to report, we will report it.
Okay, because I mean,
Yep, no, it's
Knowing
ongoing
what I
discussions,
know,
no,
I mean, Mr. Lynch is
ongoing
very-
dialogue, there's ongoing dialogue, and it's progressing very nicely, and he's a wonderful guy,
yes, he is.
and a good member of the community.
All right, so I guess that's it. I mean,
Okay.
the committee and properties, has there been any discussion as to what properties have been looked at? That's the thing, too. What properties have been looked at up to this point? I mean, I was gonna ask Joe, but nobody would
Yeah, no,
acknowledge my hand.
We will give, once we have again, Kim's been involved too, so we'll have a full report given as we, well, once we've exhausted the list, I think, we'll take a look at where we're at, and then we'll see what's been looked at, because we don't necessarily want to go out there and project where we're looking at this particular point in
No,
time,
I can
because we don't know
understand
that.
that, but there has to be some sort of sites that are possible, big
there-
enough.
There are
or-
only so many suitable sites
No, I
of
know,
that size, so.
I know. 97 Main Street
So-
is real good, but
It is.
that's just my own personal opinion, and I guess other people's too.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Merry Christmas. Ms. Mullen?
Merry Christmas, Pat.
Due to the frivolity of tonight and a couple of days before Christmas, I've got 7 handwritten pages, so I won't go through it tonight because we all seem pretty happy. So, and a Merry
You
Christmas.
don't want to spoil the holidays.
And a Merry Christmas to all. So, handwritten 7 pages might be 2 pages, both sides, small print, at another time. But we just mentioned the committee again. I'm stressing again for the second, third, fourth time, whatever, that I would like to think that the people involved that spent 8 years on the committee of following this and getting to the point, I would think that we would be negligent if you didn't talk to the committees beforehand, as opposed to the board having, I think, maybe less expertise than some of the people that have followed. So you make a decision, you kids are the, the CEOs maybe when we're done, but it seems like, I'd like to hope that the committees that are going to be involved before this would be able to have some time to discuss with you things that were important to us. And As you know, I sent everybody just a note to say where I thought we were on some things, and, we can talk about that later. I just think that I would hate to see the people that have a lot of expertise not have a chance to talk to you all.
I would hope that before the RFP is finalized, that all resources that are available to us would be utilized, and
Well,
especially-
the $30,000 is different than the 150. So, I mean, what Joe talked about tonight for where you're going to put them, but like the 150, I think there's, the people I think that voted on it at town meeting were under the impression that a committee would be formed and we'd talk about it, as opposed to 5 selectmen making a decision on it before everybody else has been spoken to.
and
That's all.
again, we have made no decisions yet until we have appropriate input
But I'm saying,
through the administration, and then we'll be presented with
well, I think the
information.
stakeholders, but, okay, like
Agree.
it's a Merry Christmas, everybody, and
Same to you, Rita.
I'll type these up for anybody that might want them. Thank you very much. Have a good holiday, everybody, and New Year.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Rita.
Any other public comment? Anybody online? Mr. Gilberto seeking recognition? I don't see anybody.
I'm not seeing anybody online.
All right, very good. Now we get to the fun stuff. License renewals.
Fun?
Mr. Chairman, through you, we just did this in opposite order today. So we have 3 licenses that I believe will appear later on for renewal, but the license, there are some minor things that are outstanding for 2 of them, and then for 1 of them, they may actually be withdrawing the application. So Melconian Subaru had a building department issue. I'm told it was a life safety related issue that needs to be rectified. So once that's rectified, they generally would report to the building inspector. He'll go out and inspect it and will release a license. They still have some time to do that before their license expires on January 1st. North Reading Subway, they're at Walmart, right? That's the location?
This is on Lowell Small Road.
Okay, so I have an incomplete application that they submitted. I believe that there's some permitting that they need to go through with the Board of Health to renew their food service. So they may elect not to do that, but in the event that they do, have it forward to be approved. Once they're compliant, we'll release a license, but they may not end up finalizing that renewal. And then Sports Spirits and Steaks, I believe we said silver fingerprinting was still. So they'll need to complete that between now and the end of the year, and we have every reason to think that they will, but haven't quite done so yet. So those 3 licenses will actually appear later on in motions to be renewed, but they'll be held until they satisfy the requirements, which we have every reason to believe that at least 2 of them will.
Right, and again, it's not unusual this time of year that we do this subject to
Right.
compliance with everything else, so.
Correct.
Because we don't necessarily want to hold them up if they come into compliance and we're not meeting, so we'll take positive action on the application, subject to all regulatory requirements. All right, so where do we want to begin, Mrs. Moore?
Should we wait on these until the end, or should we?
I put them on first because I didn't want you to be voting to renewing and not knowing that these issues were out there. So
Okay.
it was in the interest of time.
Okay, so we'll start with these.
Yes, please.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the following licenses be held in the office of the town administrator until the licensee has met satisfactory compliance of all issues with all regulatory departments. Melconian Subaru, North Reading Subway, To the Dogs Restaurant Management doing business as Sports, Spirits, and Steaks.
Second?
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Common victualler. Mr. Chairman, I move to renew the following common victualler licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Dos Lobos LLC doing business as Apothecary Ales Brewery and Kitchen, Kitty's Restaurant and Lounge, JBK Management LLC doing business as McDonald's, Starbucks Coffee number 19845, Grill 19 Yeba Group, LLC, doing business as Teresa's Prime, Wendy's of New England, LLC.
What about the other two? Okay, those are
Those
on the
were-
other motion, correct, okay.
Second?
Motion made and seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to renew the following common victualler all alcohol licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Dos Lobos LLC, Apothecary Ales Brewery and Kitchen, Kitty's Restaurant and Lounge, Inc., To the Dogs Restaurant Management, doing business as Sports Spirits and Steak, Grill 19 Yeba Group, LLC, doing business as Teresa's Prime.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. So at least nobody would go thirsty this year in North Reading, so we're good.
General on-premises all alcohol. Mr. Chairman, I move to renew the following general on-premises all alcohol licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Ultra Chic Events LLC, doing business as Ultra Chic Events at Hillview Country Club.
Second?
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey? Oop,
Aye.
very good. Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Madam Clerk, if you need a break at any point, just look over here. I'll just start talking for a while.
Okay. Fraternal Club.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Chairman, I move to renew the following Fraternal Club all alcohol license to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Loyal Order of the Moose.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Call for a vote. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
The chair votes aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to renew the following jukebox license to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Loyal Order of Moose.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. I've always been fascinated by this. Why we have to license a jukebox, I have no idea.
That's weird. It is
I-
weird.
I wasn't going to ask.
What does a jukebox do but play music?
That's all it does is play music, I know.
Doesn't gamble, doesn't serve anything.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
I agree with that position, Mr. Chairman. Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair is in favor of jukebox licensing. Aye.
Class 1 license.
Excuse me, Madam Clerk. Class 1's licensees are authorized to also hold Class 2, so I, as chair and as member of the board, have a family member who holds a Class 2 license, so I will be abstaining and I will be recusing myself. So, Mr. Wallner, if you would take care of the Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3 licensees at this point.
Yep.
Mr. Chair, I move to renew the following Class 1 licenses to expire January 1st, 2027, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Brian Dushak, doing business as National Sales, and Melconian Subaru.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Moran, second by Mr. Studo. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Ms. Moran?
Aye.
And the Vice Chair is aye. And Steve O'Leary has recused himself.
Class 2 license. Mr. Chairman, I move to renew the following Class 2 licenses to expire January 1st, 2027, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Brian Dushak, doing business as National Sales, and A&J Motors, Inc.
Motion by Ms. Moran,
Second.
by Mr. Studo, thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Ms. Moran?
Aye.
Vice Chair is aye, and Chair has recused himself.
Class 3 license. Mr. Chair, I move to renew the following Class 3 license to expire January 1st, 2027, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Brian Dushak, doing business as National Sales.
Motion by Ms. Moran,
Second.
by Mr. Studo. We're getting good at this. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey? I think that was an aye.
That was an aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Ms. Moran?
Aye.
Vice Chair is aye. Chair has recused himself.
Automatic amusement devices. Mr. Chair, I move to renew the following automatic amusement device licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Kitty's Restaurant and Lounge, Dos Lobos LLC, Apothecary Ales Brewing and Kitchen, To the Dogs Restaurant Management, doing business as Sports, Spirits and Steak, and Loyal Order of Moose.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Package store all liquor. Mr. Chair, I move to renew the following package store all liquor licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. One Stop Liquors, Inc.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Package store wine and malt beverage. Mr. Chair, I move to renew the following package store wine and malt beverage licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Araya and Julie, Inc., doing business as Route 28 Lucky Mart.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Sunday entertainment. Mr. Chair, I move to renew the following Sunday entertainment licenses to expire December 31st, 2026, subject to all regulatory department requirements. Dos Lobos LLC, Apothecary Ales Brewing and Kitchen, Grill 19, Yeba Group LLC, doing business as Teresa's Prime, Ultra Chic Events LLC, doing business as Ultra Chic Events at Hillsview Country Club.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Approve ABCC renewal certification. Mr. Chair, I move to approve and sign the ABC 2026 renewal certification.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Approve ABC 2025 seasonal population increase form. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve and sign the ABCC 2025 seasonal population increase form.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Aye.
Mr. Studo?
Aye.
Mrs. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Wallner?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. All right. Appointments and reappointments.
Yeah.
Appointments and reappointments. Board of Appeals. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the appointment, reappointment as a full member to the Board of Appeals Planning Committee for term to expire on December 31st, 2028. 2 openings. Board of Appeals.
Mr. Studo,
You got a second? Yep. Did you second it?
yeah.
Oh,
It's-
second,
yeah.
and I'll speak.
Seconded by Mr. Studo, and then Mr. Studo.
We do have two openings, one for a full member, one for an associate. We were informed Thursday morning that the associate member, Mark Roche, will not be returning. So I only have here prepared for Bob Brin, the chair, who is returning, and I recommend, and then I will go through any new volunteers we got in since I looked at it, plus rehash the 3-4 from last year who, or actually, I think we had 2-3 that, we had more than we needed, but we're gonna talk again, I wanna confirm, so I should have a recommendation for the second meeting in January.
Right.
Thank you.
So there's one opening for a full membership.
Correct,
right
and one
now.
associate, which we
One
will not be voting on tonight.
Okay, very good. All right,
One opening. Okay.
and your recommendation is Mr.
Bob-
Breen?
Mr. Breen.
Okay. All right, any further discussion on the nomination of Board of Appeals? Hearing none, again, it'll be a roll call vote. Just state your choice for appointment. Mr. Studo,
Bob Breen.
Mrs. Moran,
Bob Breen.
Mr. Massey,
Bob Green.
Mr. Wallner,
Bob Breen?
and the chair votes Bob Breen.
Cable Advisory Committee. Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for the appointment as a full member to the Cable Advisory Committee for an indefinite term. One opening. Vishal Patel.
Let's see.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Massey. So motion by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Massey. Mr. Massey.
Mr. Chairman, one opening here, one applicant, Vishal Patel. I spoke with him. He is still interested, and wanted to give him an opportunity to serve on the Cable Advisory Committee and see what he thinks.
That's great, because there is a renewal coming up.
There is, yes.
There is, so they're going to have a little work to do. That's great. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Mr. Massey.
Vishal Patel.
Mr. Studo.
Michelle Patel.
Mrs. Moran.
Vishal Patel.
Mr. Wallner.
Sorry, Vishal Patel?
And the chair votes Vishal Patel. Commission on Disabilities.
Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as a full member to the Commission of Disabilities for term to expire on December 31st, 2028, and to waive Select Board Policy 3.7. Two openings.
And the
Second.
names, okay, and the names are Ann Chambers,
The names are Ann M. Chambers, Sue Ferry, Marion Keith, and Rich Wallner, incumbent.
seconded by Mr. Wallner.
Yeah, I thought we had,
You have two, but if,
yeah, but I thought we named a second person.
that'll be the next motion. What it is, we,
Oh.
in this one here, we're moving to waive policy. If the board so chooses to waive policy and
Got it.
reappoint you.
Okay, that's fine, okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
through you, I also just noted that it looks like, in some cases, the number of openings is reflecting the total number of openings and not necessarily the total of openings for that particular
For
term.
that particular-
I don't think that's the case on this one,
Right.
but for an earlier one, the ZBA was.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So
So-
again, this,
Yeah, I'm
ahead, yes.
recommending myself.
you recommend yourself, yeah. Yeah, and then there's the second opening, which will be the next motion.
Will be Sue.
You'll be Sue, okay. So the first motion before us is to waive policy, and if you're in favor of waiving policy and reappointing Mr. Wallner, then you'll vote favorably, and say Mr. Wallner's name. If not, you can vote otherwise. So on the motion before us, is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Richard Wallner.
Okay. Mr. Studo?
Richard Wallner.
Mrs. Moran?
Richard Wallner.
Mr. Wallner?
Richard Wallner.
And the chair votes Richard Wallner.
So funny to vote for yourself.
Next motion, Commission on Disabilities, second seat.
Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the appointment as a full member to the Commission of Disabilities for term to expire on December 31st, 2028. Ann Chambers, Sue Ferry, Marianne Keith, and Rich Wallner.
Second?
Okay, motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Mr. Wallner, you want to?
Yeah, just briefly, the Commission on Disabilities this year has really come to do more public outreach to the community of people who are in that category. We've had an attorney come in to talk about transitioning from youth to adult, which is a big transition period. We're working with CPAC. There's just been a great level of activity that Gina Moran, who is our chair, has been doing, and doing a fabulous job of doing it at the same time. So Sue Fair will be a great addition. We'll miss Jason, and I can't, Flattery, who we had before, who has decided to move on.
So the recommendation is Sue?
Sue Fair.
Sue Fair, okay. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Mr. Massey?
Sue Fair?
Mr. Studo?
Okay.
Mrs. Moran?
Sue Fair.
Mr. Wallner?
Sue Fair?
And the chair votes Sue Fair. Conservation Commission. So,
Mr.
We say-
Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full member to the Conservation Commission for term to expire on December 31st, 2028. 4 openings.
well, it's actually 1 full membership and 3 associate memberships?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
so the 4 openings, but 1 full membership and 3 associate memberships?
Correct.
Okay.
Edward Baya, Alyssa Bailey, Thomas Belchner, Meredith Burns, Melissa Campbell, Jack Carroll, Philip Cormier, Stephen Correal, Eric George, Stephen Goldstein, Justin Griffin, Christopher Gunnard, Alicia Jaramillo Underwood, Michael Marchand, Gregory Racine, Alexis Simpson, Andrew Stutson, and Robin Wilson.
Do we have a second?
Second, oh,
Second-
sorry.
Seconded by
Who's
Mr. Wallner.
Conservation? I don't know who Conservation Committee is.
What's that?
I'm not Conservation.
No, but you seconded the motion.
A second, yep.
Right. And Mrs. Moran, you're the liaison?
Oh, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Studo.
Very good. Mr. Studo.
At the recommendation of the chair, recommendation is Melissa Campbell
Very good.
to continue on as full member.
I just know from being a long-time liaison to the Conservation Commission, Melissa has been a valuable resource with her background and experience, having served there, but particularly her background too, valuable resource to the Conservation Commission. So again, I would recommend it. Mr. Sanchez obviously has recommended her also. Any further discussion?
Just look at the number of people who are looking to be on that committee. It's amazing.
Well, it was a short while ago, not too long ago, when we were starving for people, when we put the
Yeah.
word out, and,
Boy, not now.
and again, we have
That's amazing.
a lot of interest, which is terrific.
How many people on the committee total?
No, I don't know, I think,
Sorry.
There's- there's 5.
6?
There's 5.
Right? Okay.
Five?
Yeah, yeah,
Five.
5. Yeah. That's great. All right, so roll call vote. Mr. Massey.
Melissa Campbell?
Yeah, Mr. Studo.
Melissa Campbell.
Mrs. Moran.
Melissa Campbell.
Mr. Wallner.
Melissa Campbell?
And the chair votes Melissa Campbell.
Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as an associate member to the Conservation Commission for a term to expire on December 31st, 2028. So this is 3 openings. Edward Baya, Alyssa Bailey, Thomas Belchner, Meredith Burns, Jack Carroll, Philip Cormier, Stephen Correal, Eric George, Stephen Goldstein, Justin Griffin, Christopher Gunnard, Alicia Jaramillo Underwood, Michael Marchand, Gregory Racine, Alexis Simpson, Andrew Stutson, and Robin Wilson.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any further discussion? Let's see, Mr. Studo?
Again, at the recommendation of the chair, the 3 associate members are, want to continue on. So it will be Michael Marchand, Alexis Simpson, and Robin E. Wilson.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Michael Marchand, Alexis Simpson, Robin Wilson.
Thank you. Mr. Studo?
Michael Marchand, Alexis Simpson, Robin Wilson.
Mrs. Moran?
Michael Marchand, Alexis Simpson, and Robin Wilson.
Mr. Wallner?
Michael Marchand, Alexis Simpson, Robin Wilson.
The chair votes Michael Marchand, Alexis Simpson, and Robin Wilson.
Process serving constables. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as process serving constables for the term to expire in December 31st, 2026. There's 5 openings, and there's only one name on the list, Douglas Slab.
Second?
Motion made and seconded by, motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Mr. Studo.
Douglas Lamb is his application is complete. We do have some other candidates that are just, Ms. McNeil has been chasing down. One was supposed to submit an application last week. I'm not sure if he did. Mr. Gilbert, do you know if David Rosati did drop off the paperwork? Nope. So as of right now, we just have Douglas, and then we can revisit when the other 2 candidates complete their process.
Well, I think we're all familiar with Doug Lab and his willingness to sit here and wait for us to take action before
His patience?
his
Yes.
patience as he signs as he signed the warrants, and then he goes and he posts them around town. So, Doug has been doing a great job. Any further discussion? Hearing none. On the motion, Mr. Massey.
Louis Lab.
Mr. Studo.
Douglas Lab?
Mrs. Moran.
Douglas Lab.
Mr. Wallner.
Douglas Lab?
And the chair votes Douglas Lab.
Cultural Council. Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full members to the Cultural Council for terms to expire in December 31st, 2028. 3 openings. Monica Barrow, Bonnie Gibson, Maria Hasib, Maxine McPherson, Gregory Racine, Akram Rahman, Rahman, Jennifer Romansky, Raphael Isaiah Shapiro, and Megan Stahl.
Second?
Okay. Well, why do we have 2 motions here?
I think as associates.
One.
There's 3 openings.
2028, yeah, I don't know why it's.
2028, and then,
No, it's full, so it
Looks
should
like
be
they're
just on
both
one.
full terms for the same year.
So we'll just do it in one shot.
Yeah.
what is it? Are they,
It's the same names, which could be read one time, and both Maxine and Megan's names could be stated.
okay,
To
and
be
we're
filled.
recommending 2 for the 3 openings at this
2
point?
or 3.
2 of the 3 right now? Oh,
Correct.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And they are for full
Chair-
membership?
Chair needs, yes, for full membership.
Okay.
Correct, yeah.
So why don't we explain that? Mr. Wallner, go ahead. Why don't you explain what's going on?
Oh, just by the chair, you know, Maxine has been serving and doing a good job, and Megan has been doing a good job as well. The 3rd person she wanted to interview before we could decide on that, so we're holding off on that till next time.
Okay, very good. So the recommendation right now is for 2 people, Maxine McPherson, Megan Stahl,
Yeah.
and then to hold the other one open until all the interviews are completed?
Correct.
All right. Very good. Any further discussion? So we're going to do it in one motion, point 2 at this time. All right. Mr. Massey?
Maxine McPherson.
And one other. The other recommendation is Megan Stahl.
Megan Stahl.
We do both.
Yeah, we're doing both at the same time. Yep, it's just a,
Maxine McPherson and Megan Stahl.
very good, thank you. Mr. Studo?
Maxine McPherson, Megan Stahl.
Mrs. Moran?
Maxine McPherson and Megan Stahl.
Mr. Wallner?
Maxine McPherson and Megan Stahl.
And the chair votes Maxine McPherson and Megan Stahl.
Forest Committee. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full member to the Forest Committee for the terms to expire on December 31st, 2027. 2 openings. Thomas Belchner, Douglas Doughty, Dana Rowe Jr., and Christina Shikolik.
Second?
Seconded by Mr. Wallner. And again,
Again,
there's 2 separate terms. One is for 1 year for 2027, and
okay.
one is for 2028.
Okay, got it.
It says 2 openings.
Yeah,
That seems to include both terms.
Yeah, yeah, I
It shouldn't
got it.
really, it should say 1 opening.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so there's 2 openings on the Forest Committee, one for a term to expire 2027, the other one 2028. We're voting on the term to expire December 31st, 2027.
Yeah, so we're a very small committee of 3. Douglas has been serving for a long time, so it makes sense to renew him again. So I recommend that we do that.
Good. Any further discussion on the motion before us? Okay, Mr. Massey.
Douglas Doughty.
Mr. Studo.
Douglas Doty.
Mrs. Moran.
Douglas Doughty.
Mr. Wallner.
Douglas Doughty?
And the chair votes Douglas Doughty. Now for the term to expire December 31st, 2028. Mrs. Moran.
Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full member to the Forest Committee for the terms to expire on December 31st, 2028. Thomas Belchner, Dana Rowe Jr., and Christina Shikolik.
Second?
Second by Mr. Wallner. Mr. Wallner.
Dana Rowe has been serving as chair for a long time. He wants to continue in that role, and I strongly support him doing that. He's very well connected about what's going on at the Swan Pond Forest, and he's going to provide resources as we open up the Swan Pond trails. So, Dana Rowe.
Any further discussion? Just some clarification. Mr. Rowe has been basically a lifelong resident of the community and just recently moved to Brooksby Village in Peabody. The charter does not require that anybody in this position or the bylaws be a resident of the town, and I concur. Mr. Rowe has been a valuable resource and
Yes.
serving the community for a number of years, not just on this, but a firefighter and all the rest over the years. So, and again, his own property up in the Swan Pond area for decades,
Yeah.
and just recently moved, but is very close by.
He wishes he was still in his home.
He still would, I know, I saw recently, he still misses his home. But all right, any further discussion? Hearing none. On the motion, Mr. Massey.
Dana Rowe Jr.
Mr. Studo.
Dana Rowe Jr.
Mrs. Moran.
Dana Rowe Jr.
Mr. Wallner.
Dana Rowe Jr.
The chair votes Dana Rowe Jr.
Historical Commission. Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full members to Historical Commission for the terms to expire December 31st, 2028. 2 openings. Jack Carroll, Kimberly Mara, Matthew Page, Kimberly Sullivan Ferraro, and Kimberly Zecker.
Second?
A motion by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Mrs. Moran, liaison, right?
I'm the liaison to Historical Commission, and I support the nomination for Matthew Page and Kimberly Zecker.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey.
Matt Page, Kim Zecker.
Mr. Studo.
Matt Page, Kimberly Zecker.
Mrs. Moran.
Matt Page and Kimberly Zecker.
Mr. Wallner.
Matthew Page, Kimberly Zecker.
The chair votes Matthew Page and Kimberly Zecker. And just as an aside, the commission has been resurrected and doing a lot of good work now. And I went to a couple of the events that they had as far as North Reading After Dark and a couple of other events, and it's really great. They're doing a great job. I appreciate their efforts. Appreciate everybody's efforts here, but that was noteworthy. All right, Martin's Pond Study Committee, I believe.
Martin's Pond Study Committee. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as a full member to the Martin's Pond Study Committee for a term to expire on December 31st, 2028. Kelly Duong, James Grier, Susan Mary Griffin, and Samantha Meyer.
Is there a second? is for,
Sorry, I'll say second.
okay,
Sorry.
seconded by Mr. Wallner.
Yep, so, again, the Martins Pond Study Committee has been doing a fantastic job of taking care of the pond. They've made sure the town gives them the money to be able to do what they need to do in a timely fashion, and the people who have made that happen is James Greer and Samantha Muir. So happy to have them both renew their places on that committee.
Good. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Massey?
James Greer, Samantha Meyer.
Mr. Studo?
James Greer, Samantha Meyer.
Mrs. Moran?
James Greer and Samantha Meyer.
Mr. Wallner?
James Greer, Samantha Meyer.
And the chair votes James Greer and Samantha Meyer. We have some-
Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for their reappointment as full member to the Martins Pond Study Committee for a term to expire on December 31st, 2027. 4 openings. Kelly Dong, Susan Mary Griffin, Donald Skoog, and Lawrence Susi.
Second.
And seconded by Mr. Wallner. Mr. Wallner?
Again, same thing. They have also served a long term on the committee and been very impactful on making good things happen at the ponds, so I support Donald Skoog and Larry Seuss.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. On the motion, roll call vote. Mr. Massey?
Donald Skoog, Lawrence Susi.
Mr. Studo?
Donald School, Lawrence Susi.
Mrs. Moran?
Donald Skoog and Lawrence Susi.
Mr. Wallner?
Donald Skoog and Lawrence Susi.
And the chair votes Donald School and Lawrence Susi.
Sustainability Committee. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for their reappointment as full members to the Sustainability Committee for terms to expire December 31st, 2028. 2 openings. Christopher Cummings, Matthew Page, Brett Schultz, Jane Tamlin Hayden, and Michelangelos Tsaparlis.
Second. Again, very active and very effective Sustainability Committee is doing a great job since we've changed their name and opened up their premise. They've been doing a great job of getting the word out about how to be responsible to our environment. So to honor the people that have been making that happen, I recommend that we renew for Brett Schultz and Jane Tamlin Hayden. And recognize that there was good candidates who also wanted to be on this committee. So it's nice to have that kind of interest.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Massey?
Brett Schultz, Jane Tamlin Hayden.
Mr. Studo?
Brett Schultz, Jane Tamlin Hayden.
Mrs. Moran?
Brett Schultz and Jane Tamlin Hayden.
Mr. Wallner?
Brett Schultz, Jane Tamlin Hayden.
And the chair votes Brett Schultz and Jane Tamlin Hayden.
Taxation Aid. Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full members to the Taxation Aid for the terms to expire December 31st, 2028. 2 openings. Jody Anselmo, Diane Norris, Deborah Carbone, and Marianne McKay.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Mr. Wallner?
Being on the Tax Aid Committee, Deborah Carbone and Marianne McKay are town employees. They are essential to be able to have the Tax Committee to be able to do their work, so I recommend them as incumbents for their 2 spots.
Only the assessor and the treasurer.
What's that?
Is it only the assessor and the treasurer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can be on.
they should be on there.
Have to be on.
Yeah. Very good. Any further discussion on the nominations? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Deborah Carbone, Marianne McKay.
Mr. Studo?
Deborah Carbone, Marianne McKay.
Mrs. Moran?
Deborah Carbone, Marianne McKay.
Mr. Wallner?
Deborah Carbone, Marianne McKay.
And the chair votes Deborah Carbone and Marianne McKay.
Transportation Committee. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for the reappointment as full members to the Transportation Committee for the terms to expire December 31st, 2028. 4 openings. Alexis Arsenis, Diane Morris, Sebastian Masiello, Paul Sanger, June Story, and Michelangelos Tsaparlis.
Second.
All right. And Rich, you have
Yep, so Lil Hartman basically runs this committee and does a great job of it. Diane Norris, she was ready to bring forward. She needs more time to talk to the committee about the other people who have applied, so for tonight, we're just going to go with Diane Norris, and we'll be back with the other 3 openings.
Great, all right. On the nominations, any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Massey?
Diane Norris.
Mr. Studo?
Diane Norris.
Mrs. Moran?
Diane Norris.
Mr. Wallner?
Diane Norris?
The chair votes Diane Norris. All right, one more.
Water Commission. Mr. Chair, I move to place in nomination the following names for their appointment as full members to the Water Commission for terms to expire December 31st, 2028. 5 openings, 3 full and 2 associates. Jack Carroll, Nazanin Moshahibi, and Brett Schultz.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Studo. Okay. Liaison, Mr. Studo and Mr. Massey? Mr. Massey?
For the Water Commission?
Yeah, Water Commission, is it you?
No, it's me.
You, okay, Mr. Studo.
Brett Schultz is the recommendation. The incumbent is up, and I have not consulted with the chair about other appointments,
Okay.
Mr. Rigucci, so.
And Mr. Oguchi, I think, just resigned from that position.
Right.
He just resigned from that position, so you're gonna be hustling about, looking for some more candidates. Matter of fact, we may want to re-advertise and let people know that there's, Mr. Oguchi's been a long time,
A very long time.
Water Commission with extensive knowledge and expertise, has just moved on to the Finance Committee and resigned his position. So we may want to re-advertise the Water Commission, all right, and then.
I was hoping he was gonna do both.
I know. Yeah,
It's a lot of work, but,
yeah.
okay.
So maybe we should re-advertise, yeah, Mr. Massey?
Mr. Chairman, sorry.
That's okay.
I thought I was listed as the liaison to the Water Commission, so I did reach out to all 3 of these folks, but to Mr. Stewart's point about Mr. Aguchi, I
There's 2.
believe this would now make Mr. Schultz the only member of the Water Commission, is that correct?
Correct.
Yep.
And Mr. Massey, we should have known, we didn't know what the left hand was and the right, there's 2 of them. The water has 2
I know,
liaisons.
I apologize.
No, I do, I didn't even realize it, so, but yeah, I agree, Mr. Massey, it's like, we just kinda, it's been a while since Mr. Rigucci hasn't been there,
Yeah.
so.
So why don't we re-advertise, because, and see if there's some members of the community with some expertise that can assist, and just put it back out there.
And Mr. Chairman, the other 2 individuals, one did not respond and the other was no longer interested. But I think.
Well, there we have it.
We should appoint Mr. Schultz.
Yes, okay, so we'll vote on Mr. Schultz, and then Mr. Gilberto will re-advertise.
We can re-advertise. I do think that as a follow-up to some of the Water Management Act changes with regard to use restrictions and other items, that there's going to need to be a look at the bylaw. So I'll talk with the DPW director just to be sure that we're at it. What I don't want to do is inaccurately advertise what the position will be.
Right,
Set it to
okay.
town meeting approval. But I think it probably is going to be close enough that we just can get some candidates. But I know that there'll need to be some adjustments to the bylaw that creates the commission.
Great, okay, very good. So, any further
And,
discussion? Okay, go ahead.
And Mr. Chairman, Mr. Schultz is a young gentleman, but being the only member of the chairman of the board, I'm not sure he was intended to jump in that team. So just thinking, if we can get some other members, that'd be great.
Right. We'll get him some help. And again, I don't think he can operate as a committee of 1 when there's 3.
No
But-
quorum. No quorum.
Yeah, no quorum. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll work on it and see if we can get some other people. So if there's anybody in the community who's listening and paying attention here, if you have an interest in being a water commissioner, fill out a citizens activity form and file it with Ani and Select Board's office, that'll be great.
Can I just add something?
Sure.
I just want to thank Annie and Jen for putting together the Excel spreadsheets. It made doing this a lot easier than it's been done in the past. It's the best I've ever seen, and it made it a lot easier, so thank you for doing that. Because it can be a nightmare without good organization.
And you can also thank Mr. Gilberto for all the headaches and phone calls back and forth that we've had over the last month or so regarding this.
Okay, thank you too,
Uh,
Michael.
It did, it worked out extremely well, so.
Right. It's a decentralized process, but we're trying to do more to
Centralized.
coordinate
Coordinate.
it without overstepping.
Yeah, no, it was perfect as far as I can tell, so thank you.
All right, so on,
Great, thank you.
on the Water Commission, roll call vote again. Mr. Massey,
Brett Schultz.
Mr. Studo,
Brett Schultz.
Mrs. Moran,
Brett Schultz.
Mr. Wallner,
Brett Schultz?
and the chair votes Brett Schultz. Okay. And again, thank you to
Annualization,
everybody,
just
again,
a quick
thank you to
question.
everybody who's volunteered for boards, committees, and commissions, and for those of you that were appointed or reappointed this evening, you have my heartfelt appreciation and condolences for all that you do for us. Mr.
Michael,
Wallner.
land utilization is on you, right? Is that right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you need any help with that, or are you okay?
I'm sorry?
Do you need any help with that, or are you okay?
I believe I have one name that's been forwarded to me to be appointed, and he may be the only pending candidate.
Okay.
I'd have to look to see if there's other
Okay.
candidates for it. but
Anyways,
Thank you.
glad to help out if I can.
Appreciate that, thank you.
What do we have? Next most is what, legal bills?
Um, Don't see.
Page 4 of our packet.
Four. Ah, yes. Thank you. Legal bill.
And again, just for the public's information, that's page 4 of 136 pages in our packet this evening, so.
Just a little.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve legal bills for KP Law for the month of October in the amount of $15,723.12 as follows. General, $14,286.13. Labor, $1,402.50. And 20 Elm Street, 40B, $34.50.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, Mr. Massey.
Aye.
Mr. Studo.
Aye.
Mrs. Moran.
Aye.
Mr. Wallner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. And you've got one more legal bill, American Arbitration.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve legal bill for American Arbitration Association in the amount of $375.
Second?
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Wallner. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, Mr. Massey.
Aye.
Mr. Studo.
Aye.
Mrs. Moran.
Aye.
Mr. Wallner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Meeting minutes. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the regular session minutes for the November 3rd, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Moran, seconded by Mr. Studo. On the motion before us for the November 3rd, 2025 meeting minutes. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, Mr. Massey. Oop, did we lose him?
Chair, sorry.
Oh,
Aye.
okay. Mr. Massey votes aye. Mr. Studo.
Aye.
Mrs. Moran.
Aye.
Mr. Wallner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. And Town Administrator's Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know it's late on the agenda, but there are a couple of items that I think are important to highlight. The first is just
The
with...
evening is young.
It
No,
is,
no, no,
yes.
take it easy. It's before Christmas.
So I appreciate everybody's attention, just appreciate everybody's attention. So just first, we have holiday hours that will be in effect this week, which means we'll be open our regular hours tomorrow, but then on Wednesday, the building and other non-emergency services will close at 12 noon on Wednesday, December 24th. and be closed on Thursday and Friday of this week as well. Then next week, open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, regular hours, 8 to 4 for non-emergency services, and hours for the library are posted on their website. Closed on Thursday and Friday of next week. The library will be open on Saturday of next week. I included a copy of an update regarding cooperative, a cooperative initiative to improve the rail bed along the Linfield-North Reading border in the interest of firefighting and safety. That was a partnership between the fire departments in the two communities, which will benefit both communities in terms of firefighting activities. And this is because of concerns regarding the bridge off of Elm Street, where the fire departments both generally access the area when there are brush fires. So it's a good backup for us to have in place that will now be used as a primary access through Bostic.
Yeah, Bostic played a pivotal role in making sure that the access was granted and graded, and, yeah, so.
They did quite a bit of work as a partner, for us to be able to enter. Again, it's a little bit out of the way for us to get into the areas, and some of the property, depending upon how far in you go, you may or may not be in North Reading or Linfield. But it's great to have that access and not be concerned about the bridge.
So Vincenzo,
and
you
the
must
apparatus.
appreciate this, it's right behind your house there, the other side of the river.
Beautiful. I see all kinds of fun stuff going on there.
I bet.
So, especially in the summer.
Unfortunately,
Winter,
sorry.
you can see it more clearly without all the leaves.
Yeah, but it's good, from a public safety standpoint, we appreciate the efforts that's been put in by 3 communities.
Yes, correct.
And Bostic.
Yep, that's correct.
Yep.
So it's certainly good news. Some more good news, we're able to submit 8 more recently constructed affordable housing units. These are located at Martin's Landing, to be added to our subsidized housing inventory. And while we are still below the 10% threshold, we are making progress with regard to the addition of those units. Unfortunately, we did run into some challenges recently when reviewing an issue with the heating system at the Putnam House. For the moment, the building needs to remain closed while we work to identify appropriate solutions, but they appear to be some structural concerns with regard to beams that hold the first floor in place. So there is some evidence of some insect activity as well. So there's some work to be done with regard to that building. We are at the time of the year where the use is fairly low, I believe, based upon the weather. But there's some work to be done, and at the moment there isn't an appropriation in place to fund that work. So we'll be bringing more to light as we go through and review with the structural engineer what needs to take place. The town planner has been advised by the town of Wilmington that as a result of anticipated increased occupancy and traffic at the warehouse constructed at 800 Salem Street in Wilmington, improvements will be made in and around the Salem and Woburn Street intersection, as well as the Route 62 and 93 interchange. This will include traffic signals at the Route 93 interchange, both temporary and permanent. Construction is anticipated to begin this winter and to be completed by the end of calendar year 2027. So while it's not work occurring here in North Reading, there will be significant impact for anyone who accesses Route 93 from the Route 62 interchange.
So they're gonna have a set of lights at Woburn
After-
Street, and then at the
That's my understanding, at the interchange.
northbound to 93 and southbound to 93?
I'm not sure whether it's at both, but I would expect it probably is.
That's like 50 feet, maybe 100.
Right.
Okay.
Again,
Wow.
we were not involved in the permitting of that, obviously, but I just want folks to be aware, there's going to be, some significant construction happening just to the west of the town line on Salem Street, and when you approach the
Glad I didn't have to
interchange.
vote on it.
That's,
I'm not big on traffic signals.
I attached for the board's reference a copy of the MMA, Mass Municipal Association's recently issued report entitled The Perfect Storm. I'm not going to read all of the points that are identified in it, but effectively it's recommendations that follow up on a report that was done in the fall. We've been through many discussions here in North Reading over the past couple of years looking both backwards and forwards at the trends for the town's finances. And the MMA has been going through an exercise over the past year to gather all of that type of information statewide. And they've come up with recommendations, the most paramount of which is looking for an increase in state unrestricted general government aid to the tune of a $350 million increase to restore state partnership to pre-recession levels. There are other components of their recommendations that relate to the ability to raise revenue at the local level through property taxes and through other avenues. I'm not going to highlight all of them at this point in time, as there'll be a lot of discussion that will take place at the state level. But key to that is a request for additional funding to try to make some inroads in terms of state partnership with cities and towns. So I just felt it was important to highlight that here, even though we are in the middle of the holiday season. We are on the doorstep of what will be a very difficult budget season next year. Probably the most difficult that we have seen with the municipal budget based upon the projections that we have, and I believe conveyed through the revenue and expense plan a couple of weeks ago. So there is work going on at the state level, but that's obviously going to take some time, and we have some challenges ahead. So not to end the meeting with the doom and gloom, but highlighting that there are going to be challenges, but also that there is work being done to try to provide assistance, and we appreciate the work of the MMA, who represent our interests and that of many other cities and towns in the state.
And we may at some point want to, this is something for us to contemplate, board members, is, maybe we want to start endorsing legislation sponsored by the MMA, other groups and organizations, and speak with our legislators and encouraging them to support some or all of the suggested changes. So at some point, maybe we'll redistribute this and cherry pick what we think we would like to support and send the message off to our state rep and state senator.
Great. I will end with some good news, which is that the DPW is going to be going forward with the installation of air conditioning in the town hall gym. So that's been a concern, and that's a huge concern with regard to programming over the summer. That's something that will be looked to utilize with the approval of the Capital Improvement Planning Committee, which appreciate their feedback. Funding that was it was approved at the June town meeting for air conditioning generally for municipal buildings. So we have that funding source in place. We don't need to wait for June and then be starting a project in July and really not getting much of a benefit over the summer. I know there is work that's ongoing with regard to work that will be beginning for the library HVAC project. So those are two very important projects to provide appropriate climate control in municipal space, and in the case of the gym, adding some air-conditioned space for use, particularly for recreation for seniors, for where there's a need. So with that, I will just thank all of the board members for their time as volunteers. Yes?
That's it?
That's it. About more? I can keep talking. I want to thank you all for your time volunteering to serve the community. I want to thank the dozens of volunteer board, committee, and commission members, some of whom were appointed or reappointed this evening, for what they do to make our government work. It doesn't work without your help, your volunteer time, and the volunteers who you've appointed or have appointed over the past few years. So I want to thank all of you and them for their service, and of course recognize and thank the town's dozens of municipal employees, public safety, public services, public works, and all other general government employees for what they do to deliver services for the community. So thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Gilberto.
Thank you, Mr. Gilberto. I mean, we had a very busy year. So yeah, Mr. Massey.
No, I just, that's it. Thank you, Mr. Gilberto.
Okay.
I appreciate that. That was very nice.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, and again, we had a very busy, confusing, yet still very productive year, and again, under your guidance and leadership, and through the assistance of your staff and employees, and we continue on. So again, thank you, and we're grateful for everybody that's employed by us, and for those that volunteer. So with that, wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season, and again, Happy New Year. See you next year. All right. Anything else, members? Okay, one more motion. Mrs. Moran.
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Oh, we're fighting for seconds.
Who was first?
Mr.
You were
Studo,
ready.
second, okay. On the motion to adjourn, roll call vote. Mr. Massey.
Aye.
Mr. Studo.
Aye.
Mrs. Moran.
Aye.
Mr. Wallner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you all very much.
Nine
You
oh
know,
five.
either